Welcome back, Rat fans. Sumba here again, and we're going to be looking at turn number 18 of my Skavenblight game. I'm going to have to be fairly quick on this one because I'm a bit short on time, so let's get on with it. So we've got Research and Alteration, that's level 2, so it gives us a few different options. Because our mages were scattered after the battle, they're doing a bit of searching just to be efficient. And we found a brigand lair, which is not very exciting, but then we did find pretty good stuff in Zharr-Naggrund. Labyrinth of Skulls and Enchanted Pyres, that's death gems and fire gems. We've seen some battles in the distance. There's a big war going on against the Tomb Kings, and I've just heard that the player controlling those has got an AI, so they're pretty much done for. I guess the Chaos Dwarves and Lizardmen just were very effective against them. But yeah, they're just taking provinces off them. The Ogres took another province off the Bretonnians. Again, not much resistance there. It was just a bit of PD. They still haven't gone into their cap, though, or cracked into the fort in their cap. We went to White Peaks. This was our god moving in. We thought they might have some stuff, so backed up by some weapons teams. But then they just had a tiny bit of PD, so yeah, very straightforward. Weapons team shoot at them. The god stands in front, whacks them. Nice that nothing went wrong there, but not very exciting. There's a pretty huge battle actually that happens in Ogres we see in the distance. This is the fort being stormed, the Dark Elf fort that was besieged by Greenskins. Yeah, the most shocking thing here is the giants. So this army has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 giants, and they are, I think they're 350 gold each. That's before the discounts. They're something like 200 something gold, I don't remember exactly, but they are expensive units and they hit incredibly hard and just wreck stuff. And they've also got fear, but they're undisciplined, so not controllable. And the Dark Elves have very little in here, so you know, as you might predict, giants file in and absolutely smash everything. They're using the Night Goblin Sacred. The interesting thing about them is they've got these loon slime weapons which cause things to become enraged, and they actually hit one of their own guys, so he's enraged, and I think that giant ends up hitting a couple of friendlies, but they don't really take very many casualties. Let's have a quick look there. Yeah, a goblin archer and 4 night goblin loons, and they just clear out the remains there. We had 2 unexpected events, lost some population in Titan's Breath. We keep getting bad events in Titan's Breath. And then Cazador, we got another Warpstone team. So that's nice, more gem income. Yum yum. Destroying the fort. Yeah, that needs to be hurried up, so I'm moving my forces in. I'm also sending my god down out of Dominion, so it's a little bit of a risk setting off to the Swamp of Solitude, but with the script to summon Earth Power, Stone Skin, Legions of Steel, we'll have very high protection, and is obviously very good at repel, etc., and I think they should be fine. I've tried to clear that with the Ogres and the Dark Elves and make sure there isn't a bump, but I'm not sure if they got my messages. I'm also going to try and take Latian, but I'm taking that with a very small force, and I'm going to give the Dark Elves some compensation if I do take it from them, because I don't want to start a raiding war with them, basically. But yeah, this is mostly disease units and kind of leftovers, but should be enough to take a few henchmen. In fact, I might beef this up very slightly just to try and make sure it would be a bit ridiculous if I sent a tiny force that didn't do anything. But what I think will happen is that the Bretonnian Foot Knights are going to move from here. I don't think moving down here would be a great idea for them. They might, but I think they're going to move here and then next turn try to help their cap out. Depends how quickly it's being stormed. They could attack back here. They could go anywhere, really. I mean, they're done for as a force, but they obviously want to go out swinging, which I commend that player for. So massing troops here to take the fort, or take the walls down. And then my next objective, I've temporarily lost my chance here to get this throne, and this throne. There's a throne over here, but it's one of the much tougher ones, so I've got my eye on it. But I'm going to go after this throne if I can. So while I just move these guys down, I'm actually going to send them all scurrying back now. And I've got quite a few weapons teams up here, and I'm recruiting more, but what I really need is just chaff to stand in front of them. So I'm going to get some Packmasters. I'm moving some Packmasters in, moving some more troops in from the south, and moving some guys up here. Going to recruit a scout to ping that next turn if I don't just go blindly in, which I might do. Back at the capital, still rebuilding our army, so I'm going to spend one more turn doing that and then switch to doing some other things. And replacing one of the Plague Priests we lost. And I'm going to look at maybe getting our blood economy going soon. There's a few provinces that would be good for that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. And we'll see how it goes next turn. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's get on with turn number 19. Oh, before I start, I've changed some settings a bit on this and added a noise gate, and hopefully that'll cut down the amount of my breathing that you can hear on the microphone. It was bothering me a bit when I was listening back to the videos. Right, let's crack on. So we see the Bretonnians attacking the Ogres in Norville. That's the province to the east of their capital. So they're probably getting in position to move back and try and retake their cap, and they might be able to do it. You can see some more of the Guardian spirits are appearing, and they're made support of basically a massive tough medium infantry and some heavy infantry. Ogres don't have anything, just a little bit of province defense there. They also attacked me in White Peaks. So this is, they've sent out a couple of lords. I guess that's what they recruited previously in their fort, so they're just sending them out. I think the idea here was that they would run ahead, all my weapons teams would fire at them as they engaged with my front line and maybe inflict some casualties on my guys. Which sort of works. I think one of my Poisonman Globadiers just got blasted there. He decided not to attack, or not to throw his globe. But because they're trying to avoid friendly fire, the AI has stopped them from shooting all my troops up here, and my barbarians will just chop those lords up. So that's fine, we lose a little bit, we get rid of the lords and we lose 4 barbarians. Losing a Globadier is not great, but oh well. Oh, and you can see the Warp Lightning Thrower team got the kill there, which since the barbarians killed the 2 lords, I'm pretty sure that means they shot the Globadier. Ah well. We have gone and taken this province, which I talked to the Dark Elves about, and I'm gonna send them the income from this province. Basically, I had an agreement with them. I'm trying to keep diplomatically the Dark Elves. I'm trying to keep good relations with them. I'm trying to keep good relations with the Chaos Dwarves. With the Ogres, obviously, because we've now got this Bretonnian border. But who knows? I mean, we're not exactly known for being trustworthy, the Skaven, so we'll see how people react to what we do. Then we've got some events. We've got Titan's Breath Peaks. In the wake of famine comes plague. Yeah, last time we had a famine. Now we have plagues. The population's crashing down. Coast Haven, even worse event. Bad famine there. 530 population lost. Not ideal. And that was a farm province, had a fair bit in it. That's an income province for me. And then Titan's Breath Peaks, unrest and magic increase. Yeah, we're suffering from the misfortune scales quite a bit here. A lot of people just really don't like them because having unpredictable good things is, I think, significantly more, something that you can kind of plan around and cope with more than unpredictable bad things. And you've seen it's cost me quite a bit. I've been several times attacked by barbarians, knights. I've lost a lot of population. Yeah, overall, just not had great events. Had the lots of luck with Warpstone seams and lots of luck with national heroes, apart from their retreating. So we lost a scout out there. That's fine. Breached the fortification. And Filfang, his brave deeds and heroic quickness is the stuff of legend now. Right, so let's have a quick look at what we're doing up here. So up here we were gathering our forces. We've made quite a lot of Packmasters. We're gathering our forces, gathering up our chaff, and I'm recruiting some more weapons teams and sensor bearers. And this is going to be a force to take this throne. But before I go in there, I could rush in this turn, but I'd rather get some more troops into place. So I've got these troops, slightly higher quality troops moving in here. Getting my mages ready, outfitting some warp fire throwers using the spell rather than just recruiting them. So that's going to get some more. We really do have a huge amount of fire gems, a huge amount of death gems, and it's really a good idea for us to spend those and to, having resources and spending them now is better than hoarding them for later, almost always. So yeah, getting ready to attack that. The plan will be very similar to our battle with Bretonnia, really. Have a big wall of chaff, be a bit more careful about hit point routes, and just hurl weapons team death all over them. You can see here that we've already got quite a solid array of weapons teams ready, and we've of course got poison from the sensor bearers. So yeah, hoping that'll go well. Before we go in, we're just going to give it a little poke with the scout. That's That's always useful to do because you can see exactly what's in there, and of course he's set to retreat. So yeah, that's up on that front. I don't see anything from Altdorf, and I think there's a pretty significant build-up of. We lost our scout there, but was a big build-up of orcs there, and they were patrolling this province out. And I think that's why Altdorf had a large force there. When the Dark Elves attacked up, sailed into that, I think they may not have realised that they were preparing to deal with this, this big, or standing there to make sure that the orcs didn't get through, because that's a bit of a choke point they've got there against the orcs. I'm gonna, in fact, recruit some more scouts to fill in the loss over there, but also I just want better coverage of that to find out what's going on. I think knowing what's going on in the world is a big advantage for the Skaven because we've got such cheap scouts and they're built everywhere. So elsewhere, well, mainly the Bretonian front really, we've gathered up our forces and we're going to storm the fortification. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in there at all, or maybe like a couple of units, maybe a couple of foot knights or something. So I'm just sending in Phil Fangs is the only one going to be storming the castle, and he will have some diseased units. This is just everyone who was badly diseased. I want to get rid of those. They'll just go in at the front, and then just plenty of clan rats and a couple of doom flayers. So yeah, I hope that should be straightforward. I don't want to send too many people in there, and I want to get my people out of this province because of the obvious death sites that's causing problems and causing diseases. So moving some of my troops down here. This is partly just to kind of make sure we've got this area under control, do a bit of patrolling, get rid of this unrest. We've got Brigand Lair putting up unrest here, and this is arrest 101, which I think must be because of a monster boar or some other event like that, some hidden unit causing all that unrest. So we need to patrol that out. Also, you can see Bretonia's not quite done down here. Retreated some forces back from the Slaanesh fort there. I don't have a scout to check exactly what's happening. In fact, let me move a bit closer so I can have a look. But yeah, they're moving their forces back. It looks like they're going to try and defend their cap. It makes sense. Have a big fight with the ogres there. If they do, and maybe they'll win, who knows, we need to be ready. So yeah, massing up some of my forces here, not a huge amount, because a lot of my mage support is going back, because I think that the ogres will be able to take them, and if they can't, it's still kind of, I'd rather the ogres are fighting over these provinces. I wouldn't mind going and getting Bretonnia, but I think the ogres will be quite insistent on having it. So we've got this fort, we've got quite a few provinces we've gained here, obviously, and I also went and took the Swamp of Solitude. I think I skipped over that, but yeah, the god went in there and there was basically no one there, so she took that. So our god's just searching, just to hang out there for a turn because there's positive dominion there, in case they decide to walk back, which would not be as smart, but they might do that. And yeah, just consolidating our position. So looking at what we're recruiting, still getting our council guard, getting some gutter runners, some more high quality troops, and getting storm vermin. So kind of upping the overall quality of what we're getting a bit. I'm recruiting another Grey Seer. I'm going to try and get Astral 3 again. Every time I get one, that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, but even Astral 2 can be useful. So get that going, get some site searching and so on going. Maybe I'll do arcane probing rather than walking around and manually searching. Got a little bit more site searching going on with my mages. Yeah, over here my Grey Seer is searching, and I've got a engineer searching over there. One of the things that I'm really looking for is sites that will give me independent mages with different, give me a bit of magical diversity. Because right now, I'm very much concentrated in Death, Earth, and Fire. I've got a Water Gem income, but no Water Mages. I've got a very small Astral income, and I have one Astral Mage. Yeah, so I'm quite in need of a bit more diversity. Normally, you'd be able to pick up some Shaman, basic Shamans, nature mages. But I've looked through all my provinces, and I don't have any. It's all just guys with sticks, priests, guys on horses, guys with swords. It's very strange. That's not normally the case. But yeah, no nature at all so far. It really sucks. So that would be something that would be really great to get some diversity through finding one of these rarer sites that gives you mages you can recruit. So apart from taking this throne, my next option, if I'm, I want a little bit of kind of peace and stability to rebuild and get my research going, maybe get another castle up. But I do need to think about what my next diplomatic maneuver is, maybe what my next war would be. So it could be Altdorf. They're kind of small. I could talk to the Greenskins and maybe arrange a 2-on-1 there. The Skaven don't want to fight 1-on-1 with anyone. You see what happens in Bretonnia. That wasn't a 1-on-1, but we ended up doing most of the fighting. It's not worth it. Another thing that I have to be very wary of is now that Nehekhara has gone AI, and seeing that its cap is under siege, its fort there is under siege by Chaos Dwarfs and Lizardmen, this is all going to get gobbled up. And they are now big. They are bigger than me. And I've seen how powerful their forces are. That's something for me to worry about. So, yeah, I've already been in talks with the Chaos Dwarves. I'm trying to kind of play a little bit of a thematic diplomatic game. And yeah, gonna keep talking to them, and maybe we'll come to an agreement about a situation where we can join in a war and they don't attack me. There's a couple of people really that they border, but and that I border as well. But yeah, it would be nice to work with them. I think thematically I can't justify working with the Lizardmen at all. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm a little bit worried that Slaanesh might decide to just take some stuff from me. They're keeping a force here, obviously keeping an eye on me, and this would be a sensible place for them to expand into. So quite a few people I could get into a scrap with. I guess we'll just see what happens. So I think that's it for this turn, and I'll see you next turn. Cheers.